Throughout CCI Flow templates, you'll occasionally see pink expressions being used in data fields, conditions, and emails. Expressions allow your flow to make decisions, manipulate data, and generate dynamic results without requiring additional actions. The if equals expression works much like a standard condition action. It compares two values and then returns one result if those values match, or a different result if they don't. In this example, we're checking whether the school field is equal to Crane School of Music. If it is, the expression follows the yes path. If it isn't, the expression follows the no path. The expression itself would look something like this. The first part compares the school dynamic content against the text Crane School of Music. Notice that the text is enclosed in single quotes. That's because it's a text string, and in Power Automate expressions, text is always wrapped in single quotes. The school value, however, is dynamic content coming from the flow. Since it's not plain text, it isn't enclosed in quotes. In our example, if the school value is Crane School of Music, the expression returns the yes path text. If the school value is anything else, it returns the no path text. Once you know the format of an expression, it's often easiest to compose it outside of the flow. Notice that parentheses and commas separate the different parts of the expression. In our expression, we'll use the following information. The results will either be the text yes or nothing, represented by two single quotes with nothing between them. Since school is dynamic content, we need to obtain its coding from the flow. Most of the time, in the CCI templates, you'll need to use the verified dynamic content. Find the appropriate source for your expression. Place your cursor in the field, press Ctrl+A or Command+A on a Mac to select all of the content. Next, press Ctrl+C or Command+C on a Mac to copy it. Paste the content into a text editor as plain text. The final step is to remove any unnecessary characters. Most copied content includes a leading @ symbol that should be removed. Some content may also include opening and closing curly braces that should be removed as well. Now that your expression is complete, copy it, place your cursor in the appropriate flow location, and select the Expression tab. Paste the code into the FX field, select OK, and save your changes. To ensure compatibility with flow actions, most CCI list templates use text-based SharePoint columns, either single line of text, which supports about 250 characters, or multiple lines of text, which supports significantly more. However, SharePoint lists provides more than 20 column types, and there may be situations where a choice column is needed. When data is retrieved from a choice column, you must use the corresponding value version of the dynamic content if you want the information to display properly in flow emails, approval requests, and when creating expressions using that content. While Microsoft provides extensive documentation on Power Automate expressions through support web pages, the easiest way to find the expression you need is to use an AI tool such as Copilot. Start with a prompt like this. Please help me create a Power Automate expression that does the following. Describe what the expression should do or what information it should return. Once the expression is generated, copy it into a text editor. Replace any sample dynamic content with the appropriate dynamic content from your flow. Remember to remove any unnecessary characters before adding the expression to your flow. As with any significant flow change, be sure to test your flow thoroughly to confirm the expression is working as expected.